Welcome to WatchMojo's Let's Play Countdown, where we run through our favorite Let's Play videos in a specific category. In today's installment, we're going to be checking out our favorite Fallout playthrough series. There are so many playthroughs out there, we've decided to limit ourselves to those who go through Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas with a specific challenge or unusual build. At the time we're recording this, we're less than a month away from the release of Fallout 4, so this is probably the last time we'll pay much attention to the older editions. Enjoy!
Dancing around, it's time to get goofy, it's time to dance.
Number 5, Fallout 3 Baby Playthrough. Channel, Bryan Pierre.
So we're going to be escaping the vault as a baby.
Everyone who's played Fallout 3 will remember that you begin the game as a baby, but you progress into adolescence and then into adulthood before they set you loose. Well, through the magic of game-breaking glitches, Bryan Pierre is able to stay in the diminutive baby form and explore the game from an ankle-biter's perspective.
Open this door. Yes, you can open it. Fall down there. You end up in the room that you go to when you escape.
Thankfully, the developers put in that little section where you can edit your stats again right before you leave the vault, so he does get a chance to build his character somewhat before he ventures out into the wild.
Since you never took your GOAT test, you need to hit this, you edit your tag skills because you never got to do it in the first place.
As a combat talent, he picks small guns, which I guess makes more sense than big guns, but a baby with a revolver is almost as ridiculous as a baby with a bazooka. Earlier on, you can see that he makes his baby really weak, naturally, but also super smart, which I suppose makes sense since you would have to be one smart-ass baby to get by in the wasteland. As hilarious as this concept is, this is not a series for the impatient, as the pacing is quite literally slowed to a crawl. Also, if you're a real purist when it comes to the visuals, you may be a little disappointed that the illusion breaks whenever he goes into vats. I mean, come on, you didn't really expect to see a baby there, did you? However, hearing the random baby cooing noises the character makes when looting a super mutant or disarming a nuclear weapon more than makes up for it. Number 4, Fallout New Vegas Dust Playthrough. Channel, AlChestBreach.
There we go. Marty McFly. With some sweet-ass biceps.
A common complaint of Fallout 3 and New Vegas is for games set in irradiated post-nuclear hellscapes, it's still pretty easy to keep yourself alive. Dust is a mod that seeks to rectify this situation by making survival your number one, nay, your only priority.
Dust is a game, it's overhauled, the whole game takes place 20 years after the events of Fallout New Vegas, so we have just started in this dark, dingy basement.
As you might expect from a super duper hardcore mod playthrough like this, a lot of the fun of this series comes not from success, but from crushing failure, and in this respect it certainly does not disappoint.
Nothing to see here. Walk away, everyone.
But, like I said, that's part of the fun. That and the genuine sense of desperation that comes across in each of the videos. As the player darts from one patch of rock to the next, constantly hiding from enemies and looking over his shoulder, the fear feels pretty real, like during this sequence where he blows all of his ammo just trying to defend himself from an onslaught of tunnelers.
Oh, there goes everything, everyone.
Likewise, the excitement you feel when he stumbles upon a sweet cache of weapons or gear is pretty palpable.
I don't know, but I think we are. Oh my god. Yes. Jack Pot.
It's probably worth mentioning that the host has installed a whole buttload of other mods as well. So, if you want to duplicate his experience to a T, you'll have to use this helpful list of mods that he's included in the description. Number 3, Fallout New Vegas Nerd Rage Playthrough. Channel, Flik's Gaming Stuff.
So I want a nerdy haircut. This might do, actually. Clean cut, you're a nerd. That'll do.
Apparently, not even the apocalypse and a bullet to the head can stop the revenge of the nerds. Here, Flik sets a challenge for himself that he dubs his Nerd Rage build, a character with high intelligence and perception, but abysmally low charisma.
So, yeah, we're very intelligent, we're very perceptive, we're pretty strong, we're pretty sturdy, pretty agile, we have absolutely no charisma, and we are very unlucky.
One way this challenge makes for good watching is that since, as a nerd, energy weapons are his primary means of defense. So this series is full of pew-pew laser action and more than a few disintegrations.
Good karma for murdering a man. That's Fallout.
One of the more charming aspects of this playthrough is Flik himself. His upbeat, not so over-the-top personality and Scottish accent really add to the watchability of the whole series.
Who in their right mind thought Bison Steve was a fantastic name for our lucky casino?
This and his many years of experience creating videos separates this series from a lot of the drab, monotone playthroughs that are out there. But the best part is that at the time of writing, this series is still ongoing, no doubt leading up to the release of Fallout 4, which by the time you're watching this might be out already. Lucky you, future people.
Please don't succumb to alcohol poisoning before then.
Number 2, Fallout New Vegas, Grandma Reddit. Channel, The Weirdist.
Since she's an old lady, we're going to call her Grandma Reddit. Yeah.
Continuing with our trend of role-playing playthroughs, up next we have something even stranger than a nerd in the wasteland. An old lady. But not just any old lady. I'll let the host explain.
I must maintain strength 1 at all times. I must maintain above 800 rads at all times. And I can't use anything except for explosive weapons.
As handicapped as this build may seem, it actually makes a bit of sense, since the weapons that require the least amount of strength are usually the explosives, like grenades and sticks of dynamite. Now, I'd take the time to explain why this is funny, but I figure the footage of a gray-haired old lady chucking dynamite at people while wearing a dress is pretty self-explanatory.
Nice, I killed that scorpion too. I didn't even know he was coming.
For an old gal, though, our subject definitely has to do a lot of running, especially since she's got to get some distance between her and her targets to use her explosive means of defense. She's also pretty hardy, despite her feeble amount of strength. Check out her absorbing bullets from the powder gangers.
But yeah, I'm doing much better now.
This is easily the longest series we'll see today, with a whopping 151 episodes, thankfully cut into 10 to 15 minute segments. On top of that, he does in fact finish the game in the last episode, so you gotta give him points for perseverance.
I don't know what the f*** is happening right now. Guys?
Number 1, Fallout 3, Kill Everything. Channel, Many a True Nerd.
Butch, this is your mother. You are a very big disappointment to me.
While this countdown is certainly not a popularity contest, it still makes sense that for our number 1 pick, we're going with a channel that dominates the Fallout Challenge series scene on YouTube.
You sure that's a good idea?
I think it's a great idea. That's right. Oh no.
Many a True Nerd has some amazing collections of series on their channel, with a particularly awesome YOLO playthrough that comes to mind. But our pick definitely has to go to that one thing that's crossed pretty much everyone's mind when they've played a Bethesda game. What if you killed everyone?
Bye, Officer Gomez.
If this wasn't enough to sell you on the concept, perhaps the inclusion of the Bloody Mess perk is.
He figuratively exploded with gratitude.
For a playthrough that basically makes you channel a psychopath, a fair amount of planning and research has to go into making this series. For instance, the host explains that you can only kill Moira after completing her quest, a murder he hopes to commit using the survival guide you help her complete.
Got something to sell?
Not exactly.
Unfortunately, the rocket launcher doesn't allow you to load the guide in as ammo, so he proceeds to explain this and then do Moira in with the railway rifle.
So as a result, thanks Moira, it's been a pleasure. Good night though.
Basically, the best part about this playthrough is that you get a serious education on the ins and outs of Fallout in general. Everything from quest order to hidden characters and of course, creative ways to kill everyone.
Oh dear.
It also teaches you new and interesting ways to break the game, as there are some characters that you're really not meant to kill.
The problem is a slightly mopey broken robot, because unfortunately I have killed one of the members of the Lion's Pride, who is pretty much required to make this damn giant robot move.
It is hard to choose the definitive highlights amidst 30 episodes of unrepentant violence, but one of my favorite bits is the Valentine's Day massacre of episode 5, which ends in a post-apocalyptic version of the Red Wedding.
I love you, Diego.
I love you too, Angela.
Oh no!
Well, that's it for our countdown. What's your favorite Fallout playthrough series? And what videos on Fallout 4 would you like to see us cover? For more great videos published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
I'd like you to have this. I'd like you to have these teddy bears,